What I did the night of July 10th, 1911 may seem rash to some people. Those people have never been mothers. We had such a lovely day before that, everyone out in the gardens, taking in the air before the storms. Duncan and I had been rereading Cuchulainn together, tucked away in Mercy's hedge maze, and the dear friend, all on his own, found his way to us. Duncan told him all about Cuchulainn, and in return he told us a few tales from his home. Lovely, scary stories that little boys love. Walking past the Temple of Mercury at the centre of the maze, I lost my hatpin, but I was so enthralled with the dear friend's stories I didn't notice, until a gust of wind left me totally exposed. "Leave it off," the dear friend advised. "It should be easier to see and to be seen." "Oh, I don't much like to be seen," said I. "Well, then I promise I won't look too long or too closely," he said. So I kept my hat off. The children took to him immediately. Madeline had all summer wanted to use her archery kit. Everett discouraged her from practicing, but the dear friend cheered her on. And she had good aim for a girl of 13. I whispered to the dear friend I knew about the paintings he sold Jane. I'd seen the line work and the sloppy technique. He should get someone better to make copies for him, I said with a wink. Opal had been distant that day. I saw her on her own, all weepy-eyed. When I asked her, she told me about Malcolm Brine, his whispers in private and his wandering hands. She was 17, due at Radcliffe that fall. She said he had made her kiss him goodnight, had twisted her pinky till it hurt. I told her not to be ashamed and that she'd done nothing wrong, and I was glad that she told me. And I told Everett later that night before dinner, no man of 28 has pure intentions towards a girl of 17, and no man would derail our plans for Opal, for travel and for education. Well, the Bryans have money, Everett said, and Justine and Bradford are happy. Perhaps it's a better investment than Radcliffe. Eleanor had had money. Hector and William had money. Money breeds wickedness, and wealth hides evil desires. But Everett had said Mercy had agreed to the match, all without telling me. They meant to sell her off, to sell her soul. My soul had been sold, and my stepdaughter would not suffer the same fate as I had. In the Temple of Mercury, I made a sacrifice that night to keep my child safe. And that night someone saw me, for the first time in ages.